Camelot 331 here, and we got some devastating news, a crazy ass story that's going to blow you out the water. Okay, there's going to be a drought where you live because you're about to be blown out the damn water. We're talking about Meijer today. I don't know if you've ever been to a Meijer, and I've only been to one. Okay, and I thought it was all about the food, but apparently it's like Walmart's young redheaded stepbrother that no one likes. And not after this. I can tell you this: if I see one, I'm driving right by that bitch. And I'm going to speed. I will risk getting pulled over so I don't have to go to Meijer anymore. Why? Because there's crazy stuff going on at Meijer. Somebody has died, and the story behind it is insane, and I'm very surprised no one's talked about it. So we're going to talk about it today. So make sure, before we get into this sauce, you like the video, you comment down below, and you give your boy some love, because if you do not, under YouTube's new rules, your view no longer counts. So give it some love, give it a kiss, and let's start this show for the boys. So here we go. Check this out right here. So this right here is on the r/Meijer subreddit, and it says, team member is dead. What the hell? It's some messed up stuff. Now, look, this is a team member. This is somebody that works at Meijer. It says, I'm submitting this anonymously out of fear of retaliation. And you best be for sure that any corporate company that would see something like this would fire your ass and maybe sue you if you broke a story that they weren't ready for people to see. It says on July 22nd, 2025, a 59-year-old Meijer employee named Gene Ketchum died following a serious workplace incident at the Meijer store in Mount Pleasant, Michigan at 2:30 a.m. Insanity. But how and why, and was it preventable? It says Gene was a dairy frozen team leader with over 30 years of service. 30 years of service, man. And they take you out. Look, dude, it's crazy to me that you can give a company so many years and then they'll cover up a story like this instead of shouting it from the rooftops and using it as a learning experience. I was at GameStop for 11 years. On my 10th year, they sent me a piece of mail that had a tiny little ribbon in it that I could put on my shirt to embarrass myself even further in front of everybody and all the single moms. And they gave me a $50 gift card to Buffalo Wild Wings. 10 years. And I did eat them. I'm ashamed of myself. He had explicitly informed leadership that third shift assignments were harmful to his health and that he could not safely work overnight. He informed them, everybody. Look, I could understand if you work there for a week or 2 or 6 months and you're like, I need these stipulations, okay? But this isn't the case here. Dude's here for over 30 years. And there's like, no, you get no leeway here. Despite this, he was scheduled to work third shift during a time when the store director, Craig Pulsifer, was on vacation. After the incident, the district manager, Alex Ross, visited the store and directed staff to clean up the grass outside because the higher-ups are coming. This is after his death, right? How callous can you be? Hey, make sure you guys clean up the grass, okay? I know our boy just took a passing during third shift, but can you guys please clean the grass? He didn't give two fucks what happened. Not a, I'm sorry, I can't believe that this has happened. Just get the store ready for visitors after Gene was sent to the hospital. HR and leadership rudely told us that we're not allowed to talk to anyone about this. They're not allowed to talk to anybody about their boy of 30 years experience at Meijer. The people, the leadership at Meijer telling you can't tell anybody that this guy that gave 30 years of his life to your company can't tell anybody that you may have screwed the pooch here, right? Yeah, it's typical corporate behavior, yeah? During this shift, while unloading a semi-truck trailer using a stand-up powered industrial jack, Gene fell from the trailer and struck his head. He was hospitalized and tragically passed away days later. The OSHA report confirms this timeline and categorizes the incident as a fatal fall. Following Gene's death, associates were told by store leadership not to speak about the incident and warned that doing so could result in termination. Oh, you told people that we screwed the pooch and we completely are callous about this man who gave 30 years of his life to our company, Meijer, that I'm going to speed past and get arrested for. You're not allowed to talk about it or you'll be fired. Sorry, bro. Can't tell anybody about your boy Gene and the tragic things that happened to lead to his demise under Meijer's leadership. No, can't talk about that. That's wrong. No, you're going to be fired. This attempt to silence the team has created fear and deep concern across the store. Imagine this guy's like your friend for 20 years. And then he tragically dies, and you're grieving, and his family's grieving, and everybody around the store is grieving. And then the district manager comes in, and he's like, none of you can say a damn thing about this, or you're fired, by the way. Now wipe your tears and clean up the grass because, leadership's coming to the store. I'm sharing this because Gene mattered, and what happened to him should never happen again. This incident was extremely preventable. Okay. He was a dedicated team member who raised concerns, was ignored, and then placed in an unsafe situation. His death should not be hidden or minimized. 1,000%. Now, we're going to get into the comments about this. So this is the Michigan OSHA reports for fatalities on the job. And as you can see, the dairy frozen team lead at Meijer on July 22nd. A 59-year-old dairy and frozen food worker was unloading stock from a semi-trailer using a stand-up powered industrial truck. The worker fell from a truck and struck their head on the working surface. The employer was notified on July 28th that the worker had died in the hospital. Yeah, this really happened, and it's devastating. It says, I knew Gene from years ago when I worked there. We had inside jokes and everything. He used to work at the Alma location. He must have transferred. He's such an amazing human being. It doesn't surprise me that they're being hush. It says Craig was also the store director for the location when I worked there. He covered up a mass sexual harassment perpetrator and protected him. Oh my God, this is just getting worse. I was even a victim, and HR did nothing to stop it. And HR, to be fair, won't. They're there to cover their ass and the company's ass, not yours. It should be called company resources, not human resources, but I digress. That employee still works there and is now a team lead. Meijer management in that area is beyond corrupt. It says the store is a hot mess, used to be good and now horrible. HR Courtney, some shit, told Gene a few months ago that he needs to keep his head down as he was being taken advantage of. Horrible. He told me he was going to retire because they're not giving him any dignity and respect. Hot diggity down. Make sure you share this video, comment down below and stuff. Post this on all your social medias so Gene can get his due just. This kind of stuff happens all the time. Let's not pretend that this is a rare occurrence. This stuff happens all the time, and stores do everything they can to threaten their employees to not speak about the mistakes they made, the leadership themselves at Meijer. If you go to a Meijer, hey, talk about this. Ask the store manager at this location, hey, what's going on? This just happened a couple days ago, and you got a voice. And I'm tired of people trying to get hushed and being threatened with their livelihood. It's gross. I don't like it. What do you think? Please comment down below in honor of our boy Gene. I hate seeing this kind of stuff happen, but this is the world we live in, right? And I think it's time to make a change.